Chicago Bears. And all three go from Las Vegas. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Push, evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now here's Pollard, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On first down, Fields. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 41, Fields. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Fields escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to go. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Pollard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
He'll try again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Montgomery running right. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields steps away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Prescott from the gun. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think,
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Fields on the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. Cohen. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Out of the gun. Fields out to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
It's the score. Cowboys 14, Bears nothing. Rick Zerline, the kickoff for them.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had